Thank you for watching My News 26. I'm Paula Jasper. Today we're in Gaylord. I'm at the Gaylord Eye Care Center. And joining me is optometrist Dr. Robert Slasek. Thanks for joining me, Robert.
Glad to be here. Thanks for being in our office.
You're welcome. Now, today we're going to get kind of up close and personal to the eye.
Yes, we are.
Now, you're going to tell us about this technology. And what is this technology called?
The technology is called the Optomap. It's produced by a company called Optos. It actually is manufactured in Scotland, and it is done by an engineer. Actually, kind of an interesting story. His son had an eye problem that went undiagnosed. He had a retinal detachment, and he lost his vision in his eye. And so this engineer in Scotland set about to design an instrument that can do an image of the inside of our eye and get a much, much larger image than any other technology that's available.
Now, tell us, how does it work?
Well, it's pretty tricky on how it works. There's a lot of high technology with it. But essentially it uses lasers. It uses two lasers, a green laser and a red laser, and it uses that information and combines it and forms the image. There also are mirrors that are in the instrument that help direct the beams of light in different directions. So it can cover almost the entire inside of our eye.
Okay, now can you give our viewers some idea of what we're looking at here?
Yes, absolutely. This is a standard image that we've produced here of the inside of our eye. So we're like standing out in front of someone looking through the little opening of the eye, looking through the pupil, and we're going all the way to the very, very back of our eye. So this is the retina here essentially that we're looking at, and this is, in a sense, the lining of the inside of our eye. The retina is a very, very, very important area that we need to look at and make sure that things are healthy. And this technology allows us to do that without having to dilate or inconvenience people. We can get a great look. It doesn't replace looking in someone's eye totally, but it is a tremendous advantage when we come in and we can have this image and we can look at it with the patient. And then if there's something that is of importance, we can go with other lenses and look at it with other technologies as well.
Now, is there a wide range of differences when you take these pictures of someone's eyes? Or for the most part, they're pretty similar?
Well, yes, they're pretty similar. Everybody has the same parts and looks pretty much the same. There are some small differences and subtleties between each eye that makes it unique, but things look pretty much the same. So when we have an image like this and we look at it, we look to see that things are normal. And we can do that by a variety of things that we can manipulate with the screen, and we can look at different parts of the eye with different magnifications. I can show you a couple of things here. This is the image of someone's eye, and again, we're looking at the back of the eye. And this is the retina, this area right here. When we were doing things before with our conventional means of imaging, we were only able to get the small central part of our eye right here. And that was done with light and standard lenses to do that. But this technology, as we had mentioned, uses lasers. And so it uses a green laser that will scan the inside of our eye, and then it uses a red laser that will also scan the inside of our eye, but at a different level. And then the computer in the system then will produce this image that we're looking at. So we can see this image right here is almost the entire inside of our eye. Not quite, but pretty darn close. So we get a tremendous view of the inside of the eye to look for abnormalities that might be present. One of the advantages, too, that we can look at with this technology is we can use one of the lasers, and these blood vessels stand out. They're not colored, but they stand out, and we can see the pattern of the blood vessels, which is unique for everyone, like a fingerprint. But also this technology for diabetes is great. Diabetics can have issues with blood vessels, and particularly in their eye. That's called diabetic retinopathy. And we can look at the blood vessels in great detail and in almost the entire inside of our eye.
Very interesting technology. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for being here. Glad to share.
Paula Jasper, My News 26 in Gaylord.